Hello everyone, this is Oliver Lucanus from Below Water. Today I want to show you some predators in a blackwater habitat along the Colombian side of the Orinoco. It's quite funny to see these big fish that swim around together, so hang in there and you'll enjoy these Disney-style fish friends. This habitat is a relatively deep pool behind a rapid. The rapid of course has very fast water, but behind it the river forms a bend and water has pooled some 10 meters or 30 feet deep, and the slowed flow deposits fine sand at the bottom. Behind the rapid, on the slope of these pools, is where you find predatory fish. They know other fish are tired coming through the rapid from the top, or they assemble to go through the rapid from the bottom. Some large flat boulders have sheared off from the huge granite bedrock sheet that is the cause of the rapids. And the cracks and crevices are home to a number of fish of all sizes. At around 2 meters or 7 foot depth, we start to encounter the first larger fish. Semaprochilodus kneri, some large Leporinus, including Leporinus altipinnis, brunneus and nigrotaeniatus, and huge schools of Brycon falcatus are all found in this area. There are also plenty of cichlids, including heros, hoplarchus, geophagus, and biotodoma. The Semaprochilodus feed on detritus, and they scrape over these large flat boulders with their lips. Underwater you can actually hear them. They make a weird scraping sound on the hard substrate. The black water messes with the sensor of the camera, turning the water more green-yellow than the tea color that I perceive above the surface. But the bright flag on their tail makes them relatively easy to spot, even at a great distance. The Brycon remain higher up in the water column. They also hang around the edge of the rapid. I have no doubt they will grab small fish, but plenty of insects, seeds, and fruits also come down the rapid, so this is likely the best place for them to hang out. The Leporinus remain deeper. They are not nearly as agile as the Brycon or the much faster Leporinus brunneus that stay in the fastest moving water off the rapid. These stay in deeper water here, at around 3 meters or 10 feet. These are all around the same size, maybe 25 to 30 centimeters or 10 to 12 inches. A bit smaller than both the flagtails and Brycons. They also graze on the substrate, but they don't scrape. They prefer the softer substrate between the boulders or at the flattened out bottom of the pool. Looking up at the rapid on the surface, we can now see the Leporinus, the Semaprochilodus on the rocks, and the Brycon up in the most turbulent water at the top of the water column. You will also notice that the cave on the right has other fish, including some piranhas such as Pristobrycon careospinus, as well as Serrasalmus rhombeus. The first part of our piranha guide has more footage from the piranhas in this rapid for those that are interested. There will be a link in the description. But all these fish is not what we're here for, as I promised predators. Once the fish get used to me and the camera, the more wary predatory fish start to reappear. You can see a large peacock bass, a Cichla temensis, check me out from quite far away in the distance. It is not unusual for the largest fish in a river to be more apprehensive about approaching a diver or even a shiny camera that has been introduced in their habitat. Seconds later, a smaller peacock bass appears from directly behind me, and at the same time, a huge, fat Hoplias curupira, a black wolffish, comes straight at the camera. Even a large male hoplarchus has a flyby to see what is going on with all the bubbles. We will leave the camera here to see who else pays a visit. After plenty of Leporinus and Semaprochilodus, a huge Orinoco bass makes an appearance in the distance on the right side of the screen, and seconds later, a gigantic, fully adult colored Cichla temensis passes in the back, at a distance of several meters, but this fish must be at least 70 centimeters or 28 inches. It no longer has the parallel dotted lines that make the subadult stand out, but instead it has just 3 black vertical bars. Since the big wolffish swam off to the right, I moved the camera to try and get it closer to his territory. At first he hates the idea and swims off again. Not long after, the big Cichla orinocensis returns, has a close look at the camera and disappears. This time he comes very close and we can get a good look at the color of these bass in nature. Some minutes later, the wolffish returns and comes right up to the camera. Interestingly, he's not alone. He's brought a friend. A large semi-adult temensis bass appears, and the two of them swim together like they are buddies. What is likely happening here is that they simply try to take advantage of each other if one of them catches any prey. Say the bass manages to grab a Leporinus, I am certain his good friend the wolffish would snatch the prey from him in a second. Large-sized Leporinus seem to swim pretty close to what is likely the danger zone of proximity to both the peacock bass and the wolffish of this size. Sadly, I was unable to get a successful hunt on camera. I am curious who would catch the fish and who would steal it off the other's plate. Eventually, they got used to me also. Even moving the camera closer to them was okay. You can see them moving around together like characters from a Disney movie. I thought this video would be a perfect thing for the holidays. I hope you have someone that treats you like this wolffish. To all an improved year 2023, make sure to share this video and subscribe to this channel.